Hey, I'm your guide, Chris. This is our driver, Pete. And today we are going to lift the veil of secrecy on some of Hollywood's hottest filming locations.
We're about to go behind the scenes of one of the biggest and busiest movie studios in the world.
But before you head off on your Hollywood adventure, let's bring you up to speed on what's been filming on the Universal lot as of late.
Hey, we've been working on the sequel to Bruce Almighty, brand new movie called Evan Almighty, starring Steve Carell and Morgan Freeman. In fact, we are going to show you an area where we're getting ready to do some filming for it. It'll be a little bit later on our tour. If you have cameras, like I say, take all the pictures you want during our tour. Now keep in mind, whenever the tram is in motion, you do need to remain seated. Please keep your arms and legs inside at all times. If you drop something overboard, if there's an emergency of any kind, or if the sound or video cuts out, just let us know. Reach overhead and pull this cord that runs right down along the center of the tram ceiling. We'll stop and take care of whatever it is. For their own safety, very small children should be placed toward the center of the rows, away from the side gates, and no smoking. Now let's kick things off with a little bit of Universal history from somebody who's made a lot of Hollywood history. She's an Academy Award winner. She's an Emmy Award winner. She's a very talented actress, the star of movies like Ghost, Sister Act, and The Color Purple. Yeah, I'm talking about Miss Whoopi Goldberg.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. How do I look? Okay, fine. You're saying True Hollywood? Maybe. But if other studios can have a line or a mouse or something, what is wrong with an Oscar-winning woman? Besides, I know all about this place. I shot my first movie here with Steven Spielberg on the Universal backlot, the biggest and busiest fantasy factory in the world. So let's go. Universal got its start in 1912 when visionary Carl Laemmle bought his movie company West and opened Universal Pictures. On March 15, 1915, Mr. Laemmle invited the public, that's you guys, to visit his studio, and the Universal Studio Tour was born. You see, Mr. Laemmle believed that movies should make people laugh, or cry, or sit on the edge of their seats. And for the last century, Universal has been doing just that. I'll be back to check up on you guys a little later. I gotta go get a tanning bed because I'm so pale. In the meantime, I'm gonna turn things back over to your guy. Hope you have a great time, everybody. Ready? Let's go.
You know, Universal is a part of NBC Universal. That's a media powerhouse. That includes NBC and Universal, but also the USA Network, CNBC, MSNBC, Telemundo, Bravo, the Sci-Fi Channel, and Universal HD. We ended up taking audiences just about everywhere. You know, we've gone from ancient Rome to the streets of New York. We've gone from the bottom of the ocean to the surface of the moon. Hey, we traveled from inside the Oval Office to a bar where everyone knows your name. But most of the time, we've been able to do these wonderful things without even leaving our property. That's because the movie industry is based on illusion. That's right, nothing in Hollywood is quite as it seems. And today we're going to be giving you a lot of great examples. So have the cameras, Andy. You know, so much of our illusion takes place on sound stages. Yeah, like this building on your left, Sound Stage 25. Now, Stage 25 and the neighboring sound stages coming up on your left, 24, 23, and 22, are all used for the television show CSI, starring William Peterson and Mark Helgenberg. These are just ideal places to do the filming because the buildings are virtually soundproof. We have lots of control over things like weather and lighting. By the way, these are flow sets, open only to cast, crew, and invited visitors. However, if you would like to become an invited visitor, next time you visit Universal Studios Hollywood, check out our VIP experience. They'll give you a little bit more information about how you can do just that. Now, on your right is our oldest soundstage. This is Stage 28. It was built way back in 1925. It was originally built to house the elaborate Paris Opera House set for the Phantom of the Opera starring Lon Chaney. But, as you can see, quite a few creepy characters have filmed in there, that's for sure. Yeah, even the Grinch. You know, those Opera House sets from the Phantom of the Opera are still in there. They were permanently built into the walls. Supposedly, you can even occasionally catch a glimpse of the ghost of Lon Chaney walking around in there. Yeah, we got a lot of superstition out here in Hollywood. As a matter of fact, you're not going to find a stage 13 at Universal. Nope. But we were brave enough to film Apollo 13 here. Yeah, as a matter of fact, in stage 27 on your left. Here's the man who directed the movie to tell you about it. Academy Award winner, Ron Howard.
Realism was an essential element for Apollo 13. We thought about filming in Houston, Texas, where the original control room for the Apollo mission still exists. Unfortunately, NASA's engineers didn't have filmmaking in mind when they built Mission Control. We had to build our own mission control inside stage 27. Everything had to be exact, even down to the tiniest detail.
You know, just recently we were filming another movie in stage 27, a brand new one called You, Me, and Dupree, starring Matt Dillon, Kate Hudson, Owen Wilson, and Michael Douglas.
Now it's time to move from big screen to small screen.
Aside from making memorable movies, NBC Universal has a long history of producing hit TV shows, many of which come right from Universal Lot.
That's right, many of them filmed in these stages we're passing on your right-hand side. To that shows like Cheers, Seinfeld, The Cosby Show, Friends, the list goes on and on and on. Now those television shows work on a very tight schedule. The average show is completed in a week. That's from first rehearsal to final taping or filming. For movies, it's a different story. They can take months, sometimes even years, and involve literally hundreds of people.
Okay, I'm back. So, did I miss anything? Did you guys see anybody famous? Well, if not, it could be because they're all inside those big sound stages or in these bungalows, which are kind of like cute little houses for writers and producers and directors making their movies or working deals with the studios. Which gives me an idea. Excuse me. Attention, producers and directors, I have a great pitch for you. Fewer movies with giant monkeys, more movies with me. Fewer movies with the giant monkeys, more movies with me. They'll call.
Well, it can be hard getting those movies done. Every year, Universal gets thousands of scripts submitted, maybe about 50 make it to development, and only about a dozen or so get turned into a movie. Oh, here's building 5195, just ahead on your left. It's got a rather familiar-looking silhouette on the wall. Do you recognize that? Yeah, it's Alfred Hitchcock, the master of suspense. That was his production office. Boy, oh boy, did he make great movies. Classics, things like The Birds, Rear Window, Vertigo, Psycho. One of the things he was especially known for was making cameo appearances in those great movies.
Good evening. My name is Alfred Hitchcock. We all know the lesson. Save the plot.
All right, we are leaving our front lot, but we're not done. Coming up next, a trip through the world-famous Universal Studios Hollywood back lot. The front lots will review the indoor shooting, but our back lot is where we do outdoor shooting. This is where we film the big stuff. Yeah, we've got a whole city back here. A fake city. The buildings are facades. They have fronts and sides to them. They don't have any backs or interiors. They're only used for the outdoor shooting. And we do use them over and over again. Hopefully they're not so recognizable from production to production. That's the job of our art directors. Oh, and they're up for the task. Sure. Our art directors have won us a number of Academy Awards throughout the years. Brownstone Street. This has been in a lot of different things. Yeah, classic movies like, 1973's The Sting, starring Robert Redford and Paul Newman. And it just so happens to be where Jim Carrey lived in Bruce Almighty.
Say, bad dog. Inside bad, outside good. Inside bad, outside good.